Good evening. City leaders in Columbia have heard something of an outcry from residents wanting more housing at all income levels.
Many have expressed their fear that a growing Columbia won't be able to keep up with residential demand. In this week's installment of Behind the Crisis, KRCG 13's Sarah Cummings and Grace Gillis focus on the lack of affordable housing in the Columbia area and how it's fueling homelessness.
In 2024, Boone County conducted a housing study. We sifted through it and found the poverty rate in Boone County is nearly 3% higher than the rate at the state level. In that same study, residents share they feel housing options in Columbia don't match, suggesting student living is a priority and low-income housing is neglected. Community leaders say housing is the key piece needed to solve the homelessness crisis. It's something almost everyone in Columbia can agree on.
There really is just a shortage of housing, and particularly affordable housing.
The need obviously is housing.
The solution to homelessness is housing.
For years, residents have felt they're in over their heads trying to secure an affordable place to live. Data from a 2024 Boone County housing study depicts this stark reality. The number of affordable units has plummeted. Low-income residents face long wait times, and the city must produce over 3,000 units to meet affordable housing needs.
You're starting to see an affordability gap.
Columbia City Manager DeCarlin Seawood says this gap fuels homelessness, leaving people without a place to go.
I think a lot of times when people think about the unsheltered, they think about someone who has a drug addiction or some mental health issues. But there are a lot of families that are living in some of our extended stay hotels that are couch surfing, going from family to family because they can't afford that home for them.
In 2022, approximately 50% of Boone County renters and 20% of homeowners were cost burdened, spending more than 30% of their income on housing. 27% of renters paid over half their income in rent that same year.
You have employees who can't afford to live in the community that they work in. And so how do we help them?
Home ownership often feeling like somewhat of a pipe dream for low-income families. Since 2020, home prices have increased 11 times faster than income, making it difficult for many in the workforce to make ends meet.
When you talk about how do you get people out of homelessness, you provide homes.
But building these homes isn't cheap.
As the housing prices have kind of skyrocketed, it's been really hard for home builders to even build that in that affordable space.
Despite this, one developer in Columbia is jumping in to help.
We build new homes, we build beautiful homes, and we thought there's got to be a way that we can use what we do to make a difference here.
Anderson Homes Foundation partnered with Love Columbia in 2023, creating the My First Home initiative.
It was a natural partnership because we all care about what happens to our neighbors here in Columbia.
The group already building 3-bedroom affordable homes for 7 families. All are first-time homebuyers who qualified for a loan. President Mark Briley says the foundation partners with other local vendors to drive down building costs.
We were able to get those down to about $175,000, and those appraised at more than $240,000.
The foundation has a goal of building 20 attainable homes per year.
The demand is certainly high and the supply is still low.
Seawood says it's partners like Anderson Homes that help make a difference. As for the city, leaders are working to implement solutions laid out in the 2024 housing study.
None of this happens overnight. It's always a gradual step forward.
The city's already taking certain steps, including adjusting zoning codes, establishing a trust fund to incentivize builders, and prioritizing housing in the city budget.
What makes a community thrive is where everyone feels like they're a part. And home ownership, or just even having a place to stay, makes you feel part of that community.
Anderson Homes Foundation says it's breaking ground soon on 2 more homes as a part of its initiative. Meanwhile, a new housing and neighborhood services director began working at the city on Monday. He'll be tasked with implementing the recommendations laid out in Columbia's housing study.